Libra, hello there, beautiful. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-June 2021. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. And we're going to get you going immediately with a couple of oracle cards here, just so we can take a little peek at the energies before we fully get underway. So my guide, spirit team, talk to me about Libra. What's going on in mid-June for the Libras? Please and thank you. So yeah, we'll look at these real quick, then we'll get into the full tarot reading. And at the very end, I'm going to pull you a bonus spread with the Starseed Oracle to see what it is you might need to hear from the universe. So we got a lot of stuff here for you this week, as we always do. Okay, so the mental action, which is always a common theme with the Libras, is showing up once again. And we have someone reflecting on past situations here. Before we fully dive in, though, if you're new here, Libra, I'll be speaking about the June subscriber surprise towards the end. So if you haven't gotten your name in for that, you might want to check it out. Okay, here we go. This first card, and it shows up for you from time to time. You see that ballerina. One is like sleeping here. The other one's on a tightrope. I have a theory that they're the same person. So I feel like this person is thinking about that. Your imagination, your mind could be very active, which it always is. I know Libra is very active mentally, but it's showing up here in the cards, whether it's something you're looking towards. And we have that play. I think I saw it for you 2 weeks ago, where there's someone who might be looking towards the future and the past, like looking towards what they want, looking towards what's happened. We're seeing that again with both of these cards. Now you see this second one, this lovely lady in her purple dress is holding that letter. There's birds, there's letters, there's notes. So communication could be very important. But for some reason this week, it's just feeling to me like someone really caught up in past situations, things that have happened already. So we have that interesting dynamic, that interesting play, but communication could be extra important in the coming weeks. So let's get into tarot now. That's an interesting way to start. And I always say that that doesn't make or break the reading. We're going to shuffle it up and get you 3 in the upright. Then I will intuitively clarify for you. So what's going on with Libra, please, my guys and spirit team? What's going on with my friends as the cards shoot all over the place? Now, last week's reading for you was titled Long Awaited Win. And the past couple of weeks, maybe even months, there have been good energetic possibilities around the Libra collective, which I like. So I want to see if we're getting similar themes or if things are going to switch up and change. It's a possibility. You know, energy is very fluid and it's always shifting and changing and moving. Okay. We have the Ace of Swords starting us off here. That's a strong energy. That's a powerful energy. It's also a mental energy. We have the Death card right here in the center. Don't be nervous about that. I'll tell you all about those archetypes, but it's not physical death, okay? Let's get one more here. All right. Temperance. Interesting. So all of these cards are powerful in their own right. They're all powerful in their own way, especially the 2 major arcana. But we're going to have to speak about these and dig a little deeper when we clarify. But for now, I'll just give you these intuitive, well, the classical meanings. In position number 1, we have the Ace of Swords. I always say all aces are opportunities, which is true. So you might have interesting opportunities coming your way. But this is also somebody thinking clearly, thinking sharply. This could be the universe asking you to chart a course clearly, or if you are reminiscing on the past, look at things with a clear lens. Also, communication once again. So we're getting a reiteration of that lovely lady in the purple dress here. You might have some important talks, serious types of talks with the Ace of Swords. It could even be removing certain ways of thinking from your mind with the Ace of Swords. I do like it. In the center, though, it could be triumphant as well. So there's a lot of things. In the center, we have the Death card. You could be tied to a Scorpio here. It's that phoenix rising from the ashes type of energy. You could be trying to remake yourself in some kind of way. Really fine tune and hone in on your self-work with the Death card. It could easily just talk about new cycles in life beginning, new cycles starting. Sometimes death could be an ending, but you always think like a phoenix, like from one ending comes another beginning. It's strong. It's also a karmic type of energy too. So we're going to have to see if more karma shows up within this spread, but that's what we have for death. On the back end, though, we have the Temperance card. All right, not everyone's a big fan of Temperance because it's all about that slow and steady patience. You could be tied to Sagittarius here with the Temperance card. Very angelic, very powerful and strong, protective. You could have a lot of spiritual protection around you when this card is here. But it does talk about waiting for something to happen, biding your time. So a lot of you might be in a waiting pattern about something with the Temperance here. It could also be patience being rewarded in some kind of way. There's a lot going on here. So with all that being said, we're going to dive deeper right now and clarify. Let's get one more shuffle here for the beautiful Libras, please. And yeah, this is where I go intuitive with the message, my friends. God, Spirit Team, what's going on, Libra? Which means I just tell you how it feels to me, so you could do further research if you'd like. You could rely on your knowledge of tarot, because all tarot readings are about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. So let's go in on this Ace of Swords. Why is the Ace of Swords here for Libra, please? Thank you. Why is the Ace of Swords here? Okay. We have the Three of Cups in reverse. Right now, I feel someone being extremely serious, okay? Intuitively, that's just how it feels to me. Now, usually the Three of Cups does talk about group situations or third-party things. It doesn't always have to be romantic. It could be work sometimes as well, like the Three of Pentacles. But it's celebratory. It's happy. Watch your optimism, pessimism swing in this time, and I saw that in the Sagittarius as well. But if there is a conversation coming your way, it could be of the serious nature, all right? I do see some, like, possible serious style talks where things are just let out, and it's like, all right, this is the plan, this is what's going on, this is what's going to happen. So it could easily just be somebody being serious. So we have that dual message here, that someone in your life might be a little cold, a little serious in general. That could even be you. Or you might have some serious implications tied to communication and speaking here. Okay, so something to be aware of. I don't feel like it wrecks the reading or anything like that. It's just an energy, and you know they're all prone to change. We're going to go in on death. And yeah, I'll give you a recap of all this towards the end as well, so we could tie everything together. Why is the death card here for Libra, please? Interesting, interesting indeed. Okay, we have the Emperor card right here in the middle. That could be an Aries you're tied to. And the Emperor does talk about someone taking control. So you might be taking control in some way of your life. Like you might be in the mode where like, all right, this next section of life, this next stage of life, I'm going to take control of this. Like I want to steer the wheel. That's how that intuitively feels to me. A lot of you might be in that mode where you want to control your destiny. That's how that feels. Okay, yeah, some of you might feel like you don't have control in some sense, but that's the main archetype, the main theme. Either you don't feel like you have control of the trajectory your life's going on, or you want to take control with this death and Emperor here. We're going to go in on Temperance. I feel like that's a straightforward type of energy. Yeah, a little serious in its ways as well. Let's see what's up with Temperance, then I'm going to recap it and give you the bonus spread as well. So why is Temperance here for Libra? Interesting indeed, my friends. Why is Temperance here? Is it tied in? I know last week's reading, as I said, was long-awaited win. Is that what Temperance could be tied to here? It's possible. The deck is being extremely... Okay. Yeah. This is someone being impatient. We have the Ten of Wands here. And I feel like that's a dualistic message. That could be somebody who's like the time and waiting could just be like weighing down on them. Okay, because the Ten of Wands is all about someone feeling burdened, someone feeling like they have a lot on their shoulders. So we have that dual message, either someone who's just not about that Temperance energy, not wanting to wait for something, or this could be the universe asking you and warning you to take it slow, take it easy. Okay, I feel like that's the simple message here. So Temperance, Ten of Wands. Take it easy so this Ten of Wands energy doesn't get worse. Okay, so we have a lot going on here. I'm going to give you a quick recap of it all, and you just take it however it hits for you, of course. So if you would kindly look down in the box in position number 1, we have the Ace of Swords with the Three of Cups in reverse. This could be someone being very serious in nature. That's the first thing that was making me feel like someone being strict in their ways, strict about things. It could also be a conversation that has happened or will happen that has serious implications. Like it's not a joking ha 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 type of conversation. This is serious by the book, okay? Also, it could just be someone not really about group situations in general. In the center, we have Death. We have the Emperor tied together. Very powerful energies of someone possibly wanting to take control of the next section of their life. Or this could be somebody feeling like they don't have full control over their destiny, what way they're going. Interesting. On the back end, though, we have Temperance with the Ten of Wands. Double message once again. I feel like this is somebody who is not really about that Temperance energy. As I said, someone who's not really that patient, not wanting to take things slow. Or this could be the universe saying like, hey, slow it down. don't run around like a chicken with your head cut off, because this 10 of Wands could get worse. Okay, so it's like kind of like the universe pumping your brakes in a sense to avoid more of this. Interesting. So we're going to shuffle up the Oracle deck and get you a bonus. See what Libra needs to hear. A lot of different things going on this week, my friends. Okay. And yeah, it does tie into last week's reading, I do believe. So let's shuffle it up one time here. What does Libra need? What does Libra need to hear? And I love to use this at the end because it's an optimistic deck. It's positive for sure. And I'll give you the intuitive and literal meanings here. And you just take what hits for you. The cards popped right out. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, yeah, something's going to change for sure. That's what I'm feeling initially. So we have the blue flame as your first oracle card. And then the second one is cracked open. So briefly, we're going to talk about these just to tie it all together. The blue flame to me is similar to the Ace of Wands in that it talks about the fire and burn within us. I do feel like it's opportunity energy, similar to the Ace of Swords and Ace of Wands, as I already said. So there is something that you might be extremely passionate about, or someone who may be very passionate about you when the blue flame is here. Burning red hot, blue hot, technically, when you look at the card. It says spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. So if you've been in a time where you've been consuming information, learning new things, it might be time to start integrating it into your life to try to help you progress on the journey. We did have the death card there. So we'll see what else the future holds for Libra in the coming weeks. But this feels optimistic and positive. Now, the reason I like it extra is because the cracked open card. Yes, in this deck, it's one of the cards that has some negative connotations, but to me, the way the reading's flowing, I feel like something just bursting wide open for you. That's how the intuitive feeling is for me. Like something changing, possibly in a good way. If you have been in temperance mode, waiting around on something, there might be some sort of unforeseen change in a positive way where things just open up and flow freely for you. That's nice. Literally says, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. I don't feel like this is a rock bottom 10 of Swords type of energy, but it does talk about trying to release control. So we have that interesting dynamic that we had with Death and the Emperor of someone trying to take control. This one is saying release control a little bit. And I believe that's more about saying we can't control every minute detail of our life. Yes, there's certain things we can control, but there's always going to be things that are out of our hands. So Libra, that's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the June subscriber surprise. It is still June, my friends, which means you have time to enter in the June subscriber surprise. This month, I'll be giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Light Seers Tarot. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, 2 simple things. As always, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you are at this point. And second, let me know down in the comments what your sun, moon, and rising sign are. If you don't know all of them, it's fine. Just tell me what you do know. You'll be entered to win. And I'll start you off like I did last week. My sun is Aries, my moon is Scorpio, and my rising sign is Pisces. And at the end of the month, I will pick the winners in my community tab. My friends, as always, much love, and thank you for spending time with me.